I got sunshine on a cloudy day. Adam, what's up, man?
Dude, I can't figure it out, man.
Figure what out?
There's nothing to talk about for Temple Timeout.
Oh, dude, there's so much to talk about.
Like what?
Football homecoming is this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And didn't you see Scotty Smalls on ESPN?
Yeah. That's another one.
Women's soccer lost last night. We could talk about that.
Yeah, and what else, though?
Plus, we could introduce the new segment, Miller's Killers.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you have been stinking it up on Stein's lines.
Well, we can talk about that later. It's not really important right now. Yeah. But let me see what you have so far.
Yeah. This is what I got. Did you get it? What's going on, boys and girls, and welcome to another episode of Temple Timeout alongside Brian Steinmetz. I'm Adam Miller, and Brian, someone better butter us up because we are on a roll doing our third show in a row.
Absolutely, yeah, Adam. I feel like we're really starting to get into the swing of things as the show keeps going by. We are getting much more consistent, and I just wish we could say the same about the women's soccer team.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that. It's been a roller coaster type of season for the Lady Owls with more drops than peaks. And last night they lost to SMU to the score of 1-0. Let's take you there now.
Like you said, Thursday night, the Owls took on SMU, and right off the bat, they played great defensively with goalkeeper Morgan Basilio racking up 6 saves, but unfortunately a penalty kick from Allie Thornton proved to be the difference maker. Temple falls 1-0.
Yeah, the team now falls to a record of 3-8-3 and the conference record of 1-4 with only 5 games left in the regular season. It's going to be tough for the Owls to make up any ground.
Yeah, I'm not so certain the women's soccer team will be featured on ESPN anytime soon with that record, but we do know someone who knows exactly what it's like to be featured. Macho Scotty Smalls he's become an overnight sensation after taking and winning a bet with Pat McAfee.
Tell you what, brother, Pat McAfee might be a great announcer, but he thinks he's a big man with his golden foot. I'll tell you what, I'm the cream, and the cream always rises to the top. So anytime you're ready, Pat, I'm challenging you to a pun-off. Mano y mano. Let's go for it, brother. And I lost it.
Yeah, that's right. Temple football video coordinator Scott Hayward challenged Pat McAfee to a punting challenge. And if Scotty was able to kick the ball 30 yards, McAfee would pledge $10,000 to a charity of his choice.
And that's exactly what he did. After punting the ball 30 yards, McAfee sent $10,000 to the Boys and Girls Club of Philadelphia, with Rod Carey matching the donation, a total of $20,000 for the club. Great job, Scotty.
Yeah, and speaking of football, Brian, the football team, they have another game coming. It's homecoming, but this one might not be as fun as it usually is.
Yeah, that's right. It's the most wonderful week of college football season, or is it? The Owls are headed for a tough matchup this weekend as they take on 23-ranked Memphis.
And Brian, to stop Memphis, the Owls will need to slow down freshman running back Kenny Gainwell, who has been a beast through the first half of the season.
A beast it is. As of right now, Gainwell is the 3rd in the nation in yards per carry, 6th in rushing yards per game, and 8th in total rushing yards, and 13th in rushing touchdowns. Adam, how can the Owls hope to stop this kid?
I'll be honest with you, Brian, it's going to be tough. But I think Temple can do it. They just need to rely on their defense again. They need to step up. And if they don't, hey, they got not a bad running back to match Gainwell. And he's actually going to be the first ever to be featured on Miller's Killers. Brian, do you want to break the news about Stein's lines?
Well, not necessarily, but there's no way to sugarcoat it, Adam. I straight up stunk last week and cost all my loyal followers some money, so I'm taking a week off from Stein's line to get my head right, and that's where Miller's Killers comes in. It's a brand new segment on the show where you're going to be breaking down some of the Temple players who have been killing it for their team recently. So who's the first one you got?
Hey, like I said, Stein, it's got to be Temple star running back Ramon Davis. I mean, the West Coast kid has been electric so far for the Owls. Yeah, remember when we were talking about how Gainwell is one of the top in the nation of all those rushing categories? Well, Davis isn't too far behind. In every rushing statistic that the NCAA Football Association tracks, Davis is within the top 25 in the nation. In other words, he's the real deal as a true freshman, and he's been really starting to emerge in these last 2 weeks. Over the last 2 games, he's rushed for over 292 yards, 3 touchdowns. And compare that with 211 yards and 1 touchdown from the first 3 weeks, you can tell Rod Carey is starting to lean on his star running back.
I would understand that he would do the same. I guess that's why you call him All Day Ray, Adam.
Yeah.
I mean, he never stops. All this talk about football, Adam. Let me get your prediction for tomorrow night, for tomorrow's game.
Yeah, you know, it's going to be a close game. 2 really good teams that like to run the ball, so I don't think it's going to be very high scoring. I'm going to go 24-17.
24-17?
Temple.
Temple, okay.
Yeah.
Well, me personally, I'm going with an overtime thriller. We haven't had one yet this season, and I'm going to go with an overtime thriller against Memphis, and I say Temple wins this one 21-17.
Yeah, well, we're all out of timeout today, Brian, so make sure you follow us on social media at TU_SportsDesk and at our mother station, Temple Update.
Yeah, for Adam and everyone behind the scenes here at Temple Timeout, we'll see you here next week, same time and same place. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great weekend.